Hello and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Since this is a first, perhaps a little background will be useful. When I began writing, I chose a style which periodically referenced quotes from other authors' works to place my own experience in some broader context. And over the years, readers have commented about how much they enjoyed those references. I think it is helpful to look to a global village for guidance, for inspiration, for knowledge of how others before us have coped, suffered, triumphed. Certainly, each person's experience of life, my trauma, my joy, my struggle, has some aspect that is, yes, unique. But most probably, we have something in common with human history. As in my memoirs, I hope that my videos will take on this reflective quality. Also, in my books you will notice an occasional stylistic phrase, a reference to you as gentle reader. It is my attempt to engage with you even in the middle of my own story, to connect my story to yours. And perhaps because of changes in technology, this video format will work better for some people than the written word. And sometimes there are nuances conveyed in the sound of the voice that we can only guess at when reading. And so, my gentle readers, I am experimenting with you today as gentle listeners. Thanks for joining me in this experiment. I envision this space as a place for reflections, musings, and wonderments from everyday life. I don't expect that each one will be profound, but I can promise that they will be mine, how I see the world. I am no grand sage, but I do believe that there is in our everyday lives a glimmer of some universal truth, if only we have eyes to see it. Or, to use the words of William Blake, to see a world in a grain of sand, and a heaven in a wildflower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. Perhaps in my miscellaneous musings you will find something new, possibly inspiring and at times maybe even amusing. A little food for your soul on your life's journey. For today's reflection, I am indebted to a meditation from Listening to Your Life, Daily Meditations with Frederick Buechner, compiled and edited by his friend George Connor. The meditations in his book inspired me to take this format in the video, and so I thought to go to the source of inspiration. The original text was entitled Rinc-a-Tink, and the reflection is for January 12th in the Daily Meditations. In the book, Buechner discusses the beginning of his fascination with the land of Oz. For reasons that I can only guess at now, no one I came to know during that first year in Oz left a deeper mark on me than a plump ebullient king named Rinc-a-Tink. I think most people are familiar with the 1939 film adaptation of L. Frank Baum's novel, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. But not many of us know all 14 Oz books. Buechner was a real fan of Oz, and his quote comes from Rinc-a-Tink in Oz, the 10th book in the Land of Oz series. Prince Inga of Pingaree came into possession of 3 magic pearls, a blue one that conferred such strength that no power could resist it, a pink one that protected its owner from all dangers, and a pure white one that could speak words of great wisdom and helpfulness. Never question the truth of what you fail to understand, the white pearl said, when Rinc-a-Tink consulted it for the first time. for the world is filled with wonders. I have, throughout my professional life as clergy and as psychotherapist, made a living by understanding people's pain, upholding and supporting their dreams. Understanding was not only my bread and butter, but I tried to make it a way of life. The paradoxical wisdom of the truth in what we fail to understand. Now that was a lightning bolt from the land of Oz. For many years I had labored to understand. If I failed to understand, perhaps there was some shortcoming in me, or I was missing a piece of information pertinent to solving the puzzle. But some truth in what I failed to understand. How had that pearl of wisdom escaped me? Certainly there are ample opportunities to employ this wisdom, since I often do not understand. Our times, our technology, the apparent inequities that surround me, I do not understand. Even people I love, I do not always understand. Never question the truth of what you fail to understand. Now, it can be comforting to know that I don't always have to figure it out as I might have tried in the past. And it is a humble stance where the focus is on that moment. Rather than agreeing or disagreeing, there's no effort to convince or to persuade. Instead, it is a step into the unknown, open to receiving something greater than yourself. Next time I do not understand, and I'm sure there will be one of those moments, I will try to remember. Never question the truth of what you fail to understand, the white pearl said when Rincketink consulted it for the first time, for the world is filled with wonders. Thanks for joining me in this YouTube adventure. Please check the information in the description for links to my books and information about Frederick Buechner. Click on subscribe below to be notified of future videos, and if you liked this one, give a thumbs up. I look forward to your comments. But for now, goodbye, gentle listener.